What's up, YouTube? It's your boy back with another one. Guys, today I want to talk about a very controversial subject, right? We want to talk about the so called white privilege. Does it exist? Is it real? And do you really believe it's true? Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we're family, right? Holla. Okay, people. Let's start from the beginning, right? Right from the beginning. So, Europe had Europeans only. African had Africans only, right? So Europeans built systems for themselves, a European system that worked for them, right? Because they hadn't met any other race group. Okay, then we come back to Africa. African kingdoms had their own systems, right? Because they hadn't met any other people, right? So they had systems that worked for them at the time, obviously, right? That's why there was these kingdoms and there was these early civilizations and stuff like that, right? That is true to form, right? Okay, so these systems suited these people from these different continents. Okay, so that's one thing, right? Systems that suited the people. Then came, let's just say, slavery came, right? Introduction of new people to a system. Okay, when the blacks went to Europe, they did not go and meet the kings and the queens. They went straight to the bottom, and they met with the peasants. Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow! So they were there at the bottom with the farmers on the farms, with the peasants and the whatnot, you name it, right? That was the way it worked. Okay. Then we come over to Africa. In Africa, when the white people came over, they didn't go straight to the peasants. No, they met with the royalty. They were on top. They met with the top of the tops, right? That's how you. Well, according to this Shaka Zulu movie, right, it actually shows that these people went and they met up with Shaka Zulu, the king himself. Whereas when the black people went over to Europe, they never met with the kings and the queens. They went straight into this whole slavery system, right? Okay, then we look into how when the Africans went over to Europe, right? After a period of time, they tried to get into the system, but they were rejected. They knocked, they begged, they pleaded, and they were rejected. And to this very day, they're still not in the system, right? They're still not part of the elite. Understand what I'm saying? Okay. Then we bring it back to Africa. In Africa, the white people, they begged, they were being rejected, right? That's why they went back, they saw what they saw. Then they came back a second time and they realized asking, begging, pleading is not going to get us in the door. So what were they going to do? They were going to get in by force or by any means necessary. And then they're going to take over the system. And then they're going to recreate their own system and demolish the current African systems, which they did. And true to form, those systems are even in place to this very day. Now, question. If white people created a system that benefits white people only, is that white privilege? If black people created a black system that benefits black people only, is that black privilege? That's the question of the day. Or is it called privilege because a certain race group is trying to get into a system that doesn't allow them to? Is that where this whole privilege term privilege is coming from? Because I'm thinking if blacks went to Europe and they conquered the system, that they took over everything that was there, they took over, would we still be talking about black privilege? or would we still be talking about white privilege? Because for me, this is what I'm thinking, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me this, right? I'm thinking naturally. Let's just say, let's just say God, right? Let's just say God. God put a system in place, and naturally, by nature, or let's just say the sun. Let's just look at. Let's give an example of the sun. Let's just say the sun only chooses to shine on white people. I would think it's because of their white skin that the sun is choosing to shine on them, right? But it doesn't work that way. For me, I feel like it's a system created by people, for a people, by a people. And it's not called privilege, guys. I'm thinking, in my view, it's a system that's designed. Jews have a system, whites have a system, Indians have a system. I think Chinese have a system. It's only coloreds and blacks who don't have a system. And then we the first ones to cry foul because we don't have a system. I mean, okay, listen, okay, here's another example, right? I heard that next year, by next year or so, by 2028, I think, they're starting plans to build an Afrikaans university because the people that have Afrikaans as a first language cannot are failing, or they're struggling to cope with being taught in English because Afrikaans is their first language, right? So they want to create their own university which teaches them in Afrikaans. Okay, I get it. Perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it, right? Okay. Now, are we going to say Zulu people, Xhosa people, English speaking people who also want a degree, want to go to their university but cannot speak Afrikaans, are now going to claim that that Afrikaans university is now reserved for white privileged people? Or am I getting this wrong? I mean, that's what I'm trying to think now. Is that the understanding of what it would be? Because even if you go back in time and we look at, let's just say, we look at BEE, for example, right? Let's just say Black Empowerment, Equity, whatever you call that thing, right? Let's just say it's a system designed to keep white people out. Okay, that's the system. Let's just say that's the system, right? But in my view, I think that is just I think it's a direct response to what they thought is white privilege, which I think was not. Because if you're a white person or a colored person or a black, and you create a company, let's just say a company, right? You create a company, and you create this company specifically for your people, right? And then another race group who doesn't even want to create their own businesses or companies or whatever, they try to get into your company that you created specifically for your people. Then they come and they claim that it is either white or black privilege or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that's fair? Because my whole point is, if you complaining about something that you are not allowed access to, wouldn't it be wise for you to create your own system or systems that can counter that system or replicate that system without it looking like it's reverse, whatever you want to call it? You know what I mean? Because I feel like I feel like I feel like BEE was basically like PE is basically like reverse racism, almost like, okay, you guys excluded us from there, so from now on, we're going to exclude you from this. It was not a building block, it was actually a stumbling block. That's the way I see it. Maybe I could be wrong, but this is my thing. So instead of us complaining about institutions that are not allowing black and colored people into it because of privilege, because of skin color and all that, how about the rich people within the black community or colored community create the same or equivalent institutions that can allow their people into it? And we won't be having this debate of, oh, the white privilege, oh, black privilege. Don't you think that is a more educational or intelligent way of looking at things? I mean, they're going to create, like I just said now, they're going to create an Afrikaans university to cater for Afrikaans speaking people, right? They're not saying it's going to be a white only university. They're saying it's going to be an Afrikaans only university. So whether you're black, colored, Indian, whatever, and you speak Afrikaans, you are more than welcome to go there. But I can guarantee you, It's going to be the people who do not want to speak Afrikaans that are going to jostle to get in, and then going to create this whole notion that, oh, because of race and all that, that's why they don't want people to get in. But that's not the case. Maybe I'm wrong. Do you guys get where I'm going with this? Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we're family, right? Hello. Guys, check this out. I mean, imagine you owning one of these things, my man. I mean, damn, bruh. I mean, check. Look at the deck, bruh. Look at the deck. 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 Cape Town, Cape Town, Cape Town, Cape Town. Can you imagine? People, let's talk about the cons, right? And what the cons bring. Okay, rule number one. The cons, no, not the cons. Let's talk about the pros, the pros, the pros. The pros of having a system in place, right? It's always there. Sorry. The pros, let's talk about the pros. So the pros of having systems in place is that you will always benefit either as a people, right? Because the systems we create, right, or the systems created by a specific group of people, obviously it benefits that group of people, right? And they advance in whatever field they're choosing to advance in, right? That's one. Two, it reduces employment or dependency because there's a system created specifically for you. So you'll be knowing for the fact that you are already catered for. So therefore, unemployment becomes less and in some places almost extinct. I don't know if self-employment is regarded as unemployed because shoot, look at this, bro. I don't know if unemployment is regarded as I'm not sure if self-employed is regarded as unemployment because there's just almost no definition of what self-employed falls under. You know what I mean? So the benefits of creating systems for people is that it actually helps communities become more sophisticated, or I don't know what word to use. It's almost like having a margin of society, right? Like, okay, for example, how can I put it? It's almost like, you see, I think they said in Dubai, is it in the UAE, right? It's the UAE. They said in the UAE, right? The locals don't work. And it's like they mainly have expats and foreigners doing the work, right? So that means the Arabs created a system for themselves that works for them. Do you understand what I mean? So do you see how the Arabs benefit from such a system, right? Now imagine if every country, race, or people had their own systems that catered for their people. It would reduce this interdependency on other people. That is a pro that I like, and that's a pro that I think every community should have. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think it's a good thing. But some people look at it and say, no, this is a racist thing. Oh, well, let's see that. They look at it from a race point of view, and I don't think it's that. Another pro of creating systems, guys, is the mere fact that apart from advancing as a society, you realize the gaps that you start to close within countries, within societies that can be closed because of systems created for people, by people. Imagine if there was Afrikaans universities, Xhosa universities. Do you know that most people actually school would become less of a burden if you were taught in your mother tongue? That's just That's just the benefit of creating systems. A simple system. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Let me know what you think about. Let me know what you think about. Let me know what you think about the pros that I was talking about so far. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Holla.
Hey guys, what's up? This is your boy Chef Chamo on the rocks. I just want to say, guys, if you are watching this video, please don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe, and make sure that you watch the ads because my boy needs to be monetized and we need to get paid. You understand? But we love you so much, guys, and don't forget that you are a superstar.
Thank you, Chef Chamo. Thanks, alright. Salute. Okay, so now we're getting into the cons, guys. Into the cons of creating, getting into the cons of creating systems, right? So, the cons of creating systems, simple, right? One, having systems in place for a particular group, right, creates animosity between other groups. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because certain groups think further ahead than other groups, right? And other groups don't seem to be thinking on the same level like the other groups are thinking. Then that creates the animosity I'm telling you of. Secondly, dependencies. You know, it creates dependency. You see, like for example, the Jews are considered the most intelligent, the most richest people in the world, right? Because they have intelligent systems in place. Regardless, whatever whoever says what, you cannot dispute that fact. The Jews are the richest, most intelligent, and God's chosen people. Right? We're not going to dispute that. That's a fact. You know what I mean? Okay. Because they have systems in place, right? That encourages their communities and their people to succeed. I mean, it's rare that you'll find a struggling Jew. I don't know why. It's because they have systems in place which we don't have, right? Okay. Two, remember I said it creates animosity, right? Okay. Then comes that race card. Now it's going to be, oh no, the Jews are racist, because it's not that they're racist. It's just that they have systems in place that cater for their people. And then you feel like you left out. But you also could learn from the Jews. You could also create systems just like the Jews, but we don't. Instead, we become anti-Jews, anti-Semitic. We become anti-whatnot, and that's totally unfair on the Jewish people, right? The last thing that I hate, which is a con, it, like I said, it creates a dependency on other race groups that are thinking ahead. Do you know that the Chinese Communist Party has a 50-year plan for China? They have a 50-year plan for China. Guys, I don't know of any African country that has a 50-year plan for their nation. I don't know. I'm not saying there isn't. I don't know of any. Because as far as I know, we're only thinking in the next 5 years. We're only thinking for the next 10 years. We have a 2030 plan. 5, 10 years. That's as far as we're thinking. And that's a major, major flaw that we have. So, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Am I on the money, or did I totally miss it for this one? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we're family, right? Holla.